Well, those sausages, a little heavy. What do you think?
12 minutes past 8.
So, a crisis. Insoluble problem. Major crisis. Both stepmothers want their names on the wedding invitation. Catherine adores her stepmother, who more or less brought her up. She wants her name on the invitation. She wants it, and she's not anticipating, which is understandable since the mother is dead, not appearing next to Catherine's stepfather. Whereas my stepmother, whom I detest, it's out of the question that her name should be on the invitation, but my father won't have his name on it unless hers is. Unless Catherine's stepmother's name is taken off, which is absolutely out of the question. So I suggested that none of the parents' names should be on the invitation. After all, we're not adolescents. We can announce our wedding and invite people ourselves. Catherine shouted her head off, arguing that there'll be a slap in the face to her parents or a pain through the nose for the reception, particularly for her stepmother who's gone through so much trouble when she isn't even her daughter. So I finally let myself be persuaded. Totally against my better judgment, because she wore me down, I finally agreed that my stepmother, whom I detest, who is a complete bitch, will have her name on the wedding invitation. I telephoned my mother to warn her. Mother, I said, I've done everything I can to avoid this, but we have absolutely no choice. Colette's name has to be on the invitation. She says, if Colette's name is on the invitation, then take mine off it. Mother, I said, please, I beg you, don't make things any more difficult than they already are. How dare you suggest that my name be left to float around on the card, all on its own, like some abandoned woman beneath Colette, who'll be clamped onto your father's name like a leopard. Mother, I have friends waiting for me. I'm going to hang up, and we'll discuss all this tomorrow after a good night's sleep. Why am I always an afterthought? What are you talking about, Mother? You're not always an afterthought. Of course I am. And when you say things, don't make things any more difficult. What you really mean is that everything's already been decided, that everything's been organized without me, that everything's been cooked up behind my back. Good old Nadia. She'll agree to anything. And all this, she said, get this, in aid of an event, the importance of which I'm having some trouble grasping. Mother, I have friends waiting for me. That's right. There's always something better to do. Anything's more important than I am. Goodbye. And she hung up. Catherine, who was standing next to me but hadn't heard her side of the conversation, asked, what did she say? I said, she doesn't want her name on the invitation with Colette, which is understandable. That's not what I'm talking about. What did she say about the wedding? Nothing. You're lying. I'm not. Kathy, I promise you she just doesn't want her name on the invitation with Colette. Will you call her back? You tell her when your son's getting married, you rise above your vanity. Well, you can say the same thing about your stepmother. There's nothing to do with it. It's me. I'm the one insisting her name's on it. It's not her, the poor thing. She's dead, personified. If she had any idea the problem this has caused, she should be down on her knees begging to have her name taken off the invitation. Now call you her mother! So I called her again. By now I am in shreds. Catherine's listening on the other extension. Ivan, my mother says, up till now, you've conducted your affairs in the most chaotic way imaginable. And just because, out of the blue, you decide to embark on matrimony, I feel obligated to spend all afternoon and evening with your father, a man I haven't even seen for 17 years, and who I wasn't expecting to have to reveal my hip size and my puffy cheeks, not to mention Colette, who incidentally I can tell you, according to Felix Berillari, is taking a bridge. My mother always played bridge. I understand that none of that can be helped. But on the invitation, the one item that everyone is going to receive and examine, I insist on making a solo appearance. Catherine, listening on the other extension, shakes her head and stretches up her face in disgust. Mother, why are you so selfish? I'm not selfish. I'm not selfish, Ivan. You're not going to start to. You're not going to be like Madame Romero this morning, who said I had a heart of stone. That everyone in her family had a heart of stone. That's what Madame Romero said this morning. She's going completely insane, by the way. When I refused to raise her pay to $60 an hour as cash, she had the gall to say that everyone in her family had a heart of stone, when she knows perfectly well about poor Andre's pacemaker. You haven't even bothered to drop him a line. Oh, that's right, very funny. Everything's a joke to you. I'm not the selfish one, Ivan. You still have a lot to learn about life, but go, darling, go ahead. Go and see your